don't understand why you had to drag her name into it. I mean, it was 40 years ago, for God's sake.
Phil didn't know the first thing about it.
Oh, and you think it helps, do you? You telling him about his dad's bit on the side.
Peggy, you know it was more than that.
Well, what did you say to him?
I told him the truth, that Eric was in love with her.
What?
Just like I was in love with you. Now, come on, Peggy. I know I didn't say anything at the time, but don't pretend you didn't know. Or that you didn't feel the same way. I still remember the night after the Bobby McGuinn fight, and so do you. If you'd have just said the word...
I couldn't do it to the boys.
Yeah, that's exactly what Eric said. Phil needed to know. He'd grown up thinking his old man didn't give a damn. Well, he knows different now. It's never too late to heal the wounds, Peggy. That's all I'm saying. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I've got a very bad headache.
Your mum said there was some paracetamol in the sideboard drawer.
That's her, innit? Maureen Loftus.
Good God. That was taken the night of the Bobby McGuinn fight.
Who's Bobby McGuinn?
Well, it was just another never, was her?
That is her, though, yeah?
Yeah. That's Dougie, your mum, Dad, me and Glenda.
Who are the others at the back?
Friends of mine, I forget their names now. It's funny, I was just remembering that night downstairs with your mum.
Why, what about it?
God, look at them smiles, eh? Shh. You ever see anything so phony?
What do you mean?
Pretending for the camera. She was a beauty, though, was she not? Tell me something. How many times were you married?
What's that got to do with anything?
3, was it?
Properly, just twice, but I don't count the first one.
Whatever. And in all the time you were married, were you always a good boy? You never played away from home?
Well, I don't think that's any of your business.
No, I'm not judging you, but, you know, from what I've heard, I don't think I'd be overwhelmed with surprise to find you had.
So?
We're all subject to temptation, Phil. We all make mistakes. You know, when I look at you...
What?
I see him. I do. The way you talk, that look you give sometimes, the booze, and the feeling that for all the hard man stuff, there's still a little boy down there inside somewhere. A bit lonely, a bit lost. Not saying much, are you?
Well, who do you think you are, eh? You've only known me 5 minutes.
Getting a bit too personal, is it, eh? What are you going to do, hit me? I mean, that's what we men do when it all gets a bit too much, isn't it, eh? Though I should point out at this stage I will hit you back if you do. I'm not trying to excuse anything he might have done, Phil, but, you know, until you learn to forgive him, you're just going to go on carrying all this anger around inside you.
I don't want to forgive him.
Of course you don't, because you haven't forgiven yourself. And that, believe me, son, is a lifetime's work.
And I ain't your son.
No. You're your father's son. And that's what you've got to get your head around.
Phil, I think you need to come and talk to Ben.
I told you when I'm ready.
Well, if I tell you that he's packed a bag and he's about to head round to Ian's, will you come and talk to him then? Phil,